Alrighty, traders, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to the showdown here with Cameron and I. We're going to go ahead and jump into some trade opportunities this morning. Markets have been going absolutely crazy over the last couple of days with the JPY flash crash. We're calling it a flash crash because it was a big move based on JPY. We'll talk about that in a minute, but we're also going to be talking about what's going on next week. We've got a lot of data coming out next week, a lot of rate decisions. We'll talk about all of that right after this. Alrighty. Good day, Cameron. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Good morning. I can see you're already in the Christmas spirit.
Yes, I am.
The new shirt that I haven't seen.
I think the shirt is about 10 years old because it's like either I've got big or this has got small, but I'm going to go with this because this has gone small. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. The shirt's
Good
gone
morning,
small.
Jan. Jan says good morning there. Balka says, hello, Gary. We've missed you.
Well, I've been around, buddy. I've been around, but been doing some other stuff. Getting a lot of things sorted out that we're going to be talking about today as well. So really excited about that.
Yeah, he said, let's see the Euro US dollar, please. We'll be talking about the Euro US dollar today. We a pair that will be trading live today as well. Hello, Amir.
All
Hello.
right. Good. Looks like we got a bunch of happy traders out here today.
Yep. A couple of people said good morning in the Discord as well. VIP member said, nice shirt there, George. George said, FxBigDog, nice shirt.
Thank you.
Ryan says, look at that shirt.
Look at this shirt. And I think George is very happy that we're out of that, out of some of the positions we held a couple of guys. Oh, hang on. Maybe I'm getting the wrong George here. I know there was another George. Like, oh, why are you getting
George
into
Londano.
JPY?
We got Will says, look who's here, the JPY hater himself, Gary the Big Dog.
Yes. I hate the JPY. But you know what? There are some trades. Hey, listen here. Because I hate it so much, let's pick up a bonus trade today with a JPY. One of the JPY trades today. Got to do it. All right. We're going to pick up some bonus trades in JPY. All right. Well, let's get this party on the road here, Cam. So a lot of stuff to talk about. Firstly, number one, we had this week. We had the cash rate that came out. They kept the rates unchanged. Sorry, the cash rate for the Aussies. They kept the rates unchanged at 4.35%. We actually saw a little different move than we saw with the New Zealand dollar last week. New Zealand dollar had initial rally and then a dip. The Aussies this week actually dipped straight away and then rallied. So a completely opposite sort of move that we saw with the New Zealand dollar. And then later in this week, we had Wednesday, we had the Bank of Canada. They came out with a rate decision that stayed unchanged at 5%. So they kept it the same as well at 5%. Not a single move out of the market. It was absolutely dead. Nothing to be excited about. So that happened. And then we had yesterday, we had a flash crash. We're going to call it a flash crash, JPY flash crash. We had a big move out of the JPY. There's a lot of strength coming out of the JPY. The reason for that is, in fact, if you want to check it out, the details, go check out my Telegram channel. And in the Telegram channel, I've actually listed a couple of reasons why we saw a big move out of the JPY. Now, for those that don't know, the Bank of Japan is actually rolling back the 0% or the negative interest rate policy that they currently have. And so all of that is starting to play out. And yesterday was where the Bank of Japan actually started becoming more verbal about this and started posting and getting some information out there. And that's what happened. We saw that big move in the JPY. But this is the thing, there is not a single move in the market that even when it goes against you, that you can recover from. There's so many traders. In fact, there was a trader that called me up yesterday. He's one of our students. He's actually a student of ours. And he got into a bad trade on US dollar JPY. He traded US dollar JPY. He had a large account and he was placing it in, he was entering in multiple entry points. And he reached out to me yesterday. And, just FYI, traders, I am not a CTA, which means I'm not a commodity trader advisor. So I can't advise people to what to do. But I can always put myself in their position and say, well, if I was in that position, this is how I would handle it. And so we worked through that. He still took a loss in that position, but trust me, from being 40K down to now only 7 down, it was a huge relief because he did certain things. He stayed patient. He, made sure that based on where he's at, he knew that he had to go ahead and make certain decisions. And the decisions were whether to cut his losses last night and take a big loss, or to go ahead and understand the market a little bit. And that's the big thing right here. All of this data that's coming out right here is really us trying to understand what the data is. And by the way, we've got about less, just on a minute left before we get some new data out, consumer sentiment. We'll see what the market does as well. But the whole thing here, traders, is anytime the market moves, like specifically yesterday, we knew that there was going to be a JPY move. And then, of course, once the market moves and everything gets digested, there's a recovery. There's a recovery. Now, sometimes we're not lucky enough to get a recovery before the market moves another, 600 pips. Even though yesterday on the pound JPY, we saw a 600 pip move. Now, I got into a lot of JPY crosses yesterday based on risk on risk off trading environment that we went and posted in the US trading session. And we got caught up in that JPY move, but we still ended up closing out with actual net profits, even though we did get into that position. So, like I said, you've got to be able to manage your positions correctly. Make sure that, number one, you got good equity management on all your trades at all times. Too many people are running off the big profits, risking big, and when they get themselves in a position, they can't work themselves out of that losing position, and because they're too over leveraged and they've got no buying power to be able to work those positions. So make sure you've always got buying power, trade. That's the way that you are going to be able to move through different drawdowns if you ever get yourself into that position. Now, news has just come out, and it looks like it's penning. It's flashing on my screen right here. And it looks like it came out positive 6.9%. That was, wow, 6.9% compared to the 69% compared to the 62. Not percent, but 69 compared to 62. That's a huge number. Now, that would mean a stronger move in the actual dollar. And I'm looking at the dollar JPY, and it's moving down, which is not the anticipated move that I expected right here. Let me just go ahead and take a look at, I'm also looking at, I'm looking at a bunch of things right here, specifically gold as well. So let's go ahead and start sharing the screen right now and start getting some information out here to the students, because I don't think this is going to be a bearish move. This cannot, with the consumer confidence, this cannot be a bearish move. This is impossible. So take a look at the JPY right here, dipping slightly here. I expect it to rally back up. I think this is just a fake dump, and then it's going to rally. Let's go to gold right here. Gold is trading at 2,000 there. Nice little drop. There it is. What's the low? The low is at 2002. I think we're going to continue to work our way down there. We broke below that 2020 level right there. And we also broke below this level here. This one right here. And we're still trading below it, which is around about 2010. So I think we're going to continue to work our way back down. And this is the nice thing about gold. I'm not sure if anyone's short on gold at the moment. I am. And I'm actually watching this level very closely right here, because if we close below this level on the daily time frame, we could drive all the way down to around about 1930. We can see that there's oversold condition. So we're certainly looking to price to move down. Now, some might say, well, Big Dog, the market's already moved off that high right here at the top. And this is now the new wave high swing. Well, the thing here is this big spike right here. I always look at this and I go, you know what? If we eliminate that move and say that it's not tradable pricing, which it was, but if it's not tradable pricing, then this is really how the market moved. The market's done this, gone here to a less than a 618 retracement. And if it trades back below that level, then I will be expecting price to go down and take out that point before we start seeing a huge move to the upside. And so with this overbought condition right here, I'm going to bank on price moving further down south. But let's go back to the dollar right here, because the dollar is going to be the deciding factor. And there it is. We had this big U-turn yesterday. Now the market's trying to retest. I think we're going to break back above that. I think we're going to go back to 1,300. So again, I think dollar's going to go a little bit stronger. Now, I know that Cameron and I have gone ahead and sold off on the US dollar CAD on our managed positions that we have. And again, we're looking for some short-term gains in this. My entry point on the US dollar CAD was at, let's see here. No ways. Is that 35.80? Yeah, 35.80. So 35.80, which means I'm slightly in the money right now, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not terribly confident about the market moving down, especially after the data came down. I'm not terribly confident that price is going to go down and hit my 20 per profit before it goes back up. I think we're going to see a rally first. And if you look at my 1 hour time frame right here, I see price could go all the way up to 36.30. So I think we're probably going to go up before we head back down south. I think dollars bearish overall, but I think in the short term, I think we're going to see some upside move. Now, this is the thing. We've seen some good positive numbers coming out this week, right? Here's the number that you just saw right here on consumer confidence. And we've seen positive jobs out as well, and non-farm positive jobs. What does this mean? If you're seeing positive jobs, you're seeing consumer sentiment up, we're seeing all of this reflecting positive data for the dollar. That is something that the Feds are going to be watching as they go into next week's news. Remember, next week is huge. We got CPI numbers coming out. Now, if jobs are on the up, right? If jobs are on the up, that means spending is going to be on the up. That means inflation is going to show higher. And if inflation's showing higher, which means that the Feds aren't getting what they want, which is low inflation, what do the Feds need to do in order to be able to combat that? They're going to have to raise interest rates. Damn. Yeah, and that means, of course, next week, it's on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. The Fed's already saying, no, they're going to keep rates unchanged. But is that going to be what they're going to say in the verbiage? Are they going to have an unchanged rate next week and then start discussing possibilities of, hey, we might have to raise interest rates again if inflation continues, which means they're going to keep their eye on jobs, housing market, all that stuff that's going to basically make that decision for them. All right. So it's going to be a really crucial time next week. Now, also we have the Swiss National Bank. They coming out next week with also an unchanged rate. Remember, the Swiss doesn't have a problem. All right, the Swiss don't have have a problem with inflation. Inflation is actually very, very low, and so they may even consider actually, in fact, cutting interest rate to stimulate spending a little bit so they can get inflation to come up a little bit higher. All right. So they don't really have a problem. So the question here is, when the Swiss keep their rates unchanged, what is in the verbiage? Because that, I believe, is going to create a weaker Swiss. And I think we're going to see a Swiss weakness across the board. So watch out for the Swiss pairs next week. I think it's going to be a big one. Now, got Bank of England, and we have the Eurozone, both coming out with also interest rates next week. Also keeping the rates unchanged at 5.25% for the UK, and for the euro, we got 4.5%. So again, huge numbers coming out next week. And I don't think they're going to make any changes this month as we go into the Christmas period. But I think coming the new year, I think in the verbiage, there's going to definitely be some hint of what they need to do if things start boosting up, especially after the Christmas period. we know, regardless whether people have got money or not, there's going to be a lot of spending. It's always been like that over the December period, right? So we'll see how that plays out. So a lot of stuff coming out, a lot of exciting stuff, in fact, that is hitting the tables at the moment right now. Traders, all right, let's get into some trading opportunities. I want to go ahead and point out a couple of things here, though. If you haven't already checked out the Telegram channel, Cameron's already gone and posted on the Telegram channel about a 20% off on our Tria product. For those that don't know, the Pip Hunter Tria product is absolutely killing it right now. All right, let me go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a heads up here and show you exactly what's going on here. This is our Pip Hunter Tria product. Okay, it's focused on 3 currency pairs, and it's chasing off the 10 pips on each position, each trade, and this is what it's doing so far. Let's go take a look right here. This is the result so far. It's averaging out for the last, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About the last 8 months, we're averaging out at 5%. And it's doing exceptionally well, just chewing up the market. Check it out. It's something really worth looking at. So, again, 20% off. It's going to help you to get in. I think you probably pay around about $50 for the month, and it's going to be able to give you great opportunities. Remember, $1,000, all right? But do it in increments of 1,000. With $1,000, you can get involved with $1,000. This structure has been structured out that over the last 8 months we did not have to increase our margin or add more funds to this account. $1,000 actually has room to be able to trade these pairs and still be good with margin. So check it out. It's a great opportunity as we move into the next couple of months. All right, make sure you guys grab that. Check out the Telegram channel. It's in the Telegram channel. All right, now let's go ahead and rock and roll here, Cam. Let's take a look and see what's going on in the market. And let's see if we can pick up some trades. It's going to be a tough one with all the news, but let's go ahead and do that. You want to go ahead and shoot off with a pair? Have you got something in mind that you want to go ahead and start off the session on?
Let's take a look. We can go ahead. I can go ahead and talk about the New Zealand CAD. I just closed out the New Zealand CAD for 100 net pips this morning on the New Zealand CAD. So we just closed that. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here.
Hey guys, if you guys are, I mean, you guys have got to get involved. If you're not involved with Cameron's VIP trading room, you might want to go and check it out. It's on our website. Go to TradersNetworkClub.com. Check out his room. You get Discord. You get access to his Discord channel. You get access to all the students that are involved there. It's a great community. Every single one of those traders inside that trading room, they're respectful. They are helpful with each other. They're just there as a good support system, and of course, Cam and I jump in there every now and then and communicate with the students. But it's really a good community to get involved in. If you're not part of that, you may want to check it out. And then you also get access to his live trades as well, that you can get your trading account connected to as well. And Cameron's doing solid as well. And what he's doing is he's chasing after these 200, 300 pip moves that can boost your trading account tremendously as well. So check it out. But yeah, Cameron, go ahead.
Yeah, so close on New Zealand CAD here. You can see we're targeting this area of support. This is the blue line right here. That was our target level at 83.14. So we closed out 100 net pips there this morning. We were holding about 7 positions, I believe. And we've been trading range bound here for a while here on the New Zealand CAD. As you can see, we have some key resistance and key support here, and we're in an area of range bound. And we can see here we're oversold on the 4-hour. Price is at an area of support. So what we like to do here when we see oscillator showing oversold and we're at an area of support, we like to buy. So this is a pretty basic setup right now for New Zealand CAD. The only thing is when I go to the daily, you can see here the daily is very overbought, and we're looking for some correction. So this is an area of correction that we can see in the New Zealand CAD because we are testing at an area of key supply. If I zoom out here, you can see we're in an area of key supply. Very key supply right here, key supply right here. So a lot of supply in this area right here that price is testing just below. So we could maybe see a little bit of a strong correction in the New Zealand CAD. But either way, for the short term year, we could still be seeing a little bit of a range bound year. And maybe we don't see that strong correction. We see price continue to trade in this liquidity where we see some supply. Either way, I'm going to stick with my strategy where I like to trade in range bound year where price is sitting at support. I like to buy. So I'm going to stick with my strategy. I'm going to buy. We are oversold on the oscillator on the 4 hour. And I'm going to stick with the range bound year. Now, price wants to shoot back down and continue to move bearish, that's fine. We'll go ahead and manage positions as price wants to come back up to grab some liquidity as it continues to move bearish if that's the choice. But we're going to stick with our strategy years. We're going to buy at our area of support here and continue to play out this range bound on the New Zealand CAD.
I like it. I like it. Now, yeah, I do believe that the New Zealand CAD will be heading south, but like you said, it's stuck in this range. It's Friday. I think coming out next week, we'll see how things move. But sure, 20 pips is definitely in the cards on that trade. All right, traders. Now, listen, if you're following the Telegram channel, make sure you check out the Traders Network Club Telegram channel. It is in the description down below. Get connected to that Telegram channel because all these trades that Cameras are putting in right now is, in fact, going to be posted inside that Telegram channel. All right, so check it out. It's posted in the Telegram channel, and it is stuff that you might want to make sure that you are connected. All right. Now it is my turn. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at now that you jumped in on the New Zealand. I'm going to go to the CAD and take a look at the Aussie CAD right here. And I'm seeing the same thing right here. I'm seeing the market also. Let me go to the this is the 1 hour, and you know what? I might have to do some housekeeping on this. Let's do that. Let me do some housekeeping here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little different here today. I'm going to look at the Dow Jones. And Dow Jones, it opened up lower today, but it's gone ahead and moved bullish. So we're expecting a weaker dollar. So this is a risk-on trading environment. The question here is if it's risk-on, how much longer can the market stay risk-on? I think we're going to see some sort of recovery, which means we're going to see some stronger dollar. So this is risk-on. So which means that we're weaker dollar. But I think we're going to see a recovery, which means we're going to move into a risk off just for a short period. And that would mean that the Aussie is going to weaken and the Canadian dollar, well, also weaken. So the both of them are par. So that doesn't help me too much on that aspect there. So let me go back here. So that means it's going to pretty much stay range bound. So let's see here. I've got resistance coming off that area. Resistance coming off that area and that area, but this one's acting as support here. It's also range bound a little bit there, Cam. Let me go to the larger time frame. Let me see if I can pick up something on the larger. So we got room for the price to move back up here again and maybe create some divergence. All right, so we had this big U-turn. Prices come back into this range. Here it is. That's that range again. All right. So price came back inside here. It broke out here, but it closed out with a big bullish candle right here and now retesting it. Cameron, I think I'm going to buy in the Aussie CAD too. Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy in the Aussie CAD.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like to buy here on the Aussie CAD.
Yeah, buying the Aussie CAD. A short-term gain. I think price is going to go up over right about here before we see it sell off. So I think we go with a buy on Aussie CAD. Throw that one in, and then yeah, it looks like US dollar is weakening here. All right, so let's go. All right, so you're gonna what are you gonna grab?
I'm gonna go right in the CAD Swiss, just because we're doing those pairs.
Oh, CAD Swiss. Oh, currency from hell. I gotcha.
Yeah, and the reason why is because we had such a big move Um, where's okay? We had such a big move to the area of resistance right now. We can see this is just a lot of supply right here, big
Yeah.
moves. So I think we're gonna just see price kind of dip back down here. There's a lot of consolidation here. I think price is just gonna move in consolidation here. We just had a nice little spike here because of the news. I think we're gonna see price kind of work its way back down a little bit here to come back and retest some consolidation here. So I think I'm
Nah, nah. You know what? I get that play. I see that play, but you know I've got this thing about the CAD Swiss right here, and the CAD Swiss is at such a bottom right here with the Swiss National Bank coming out next week. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to bank on a weaker CAD Swiss. Um, I mean, we've got this. If and again, it all comes down to this rally, right? If this rally sustains itself, if you look at the, I'm going to show you my chart here, Cam, and this is the thing that concerns me, right? We've got this nice U-turn. We got this breakout of this falling wedge. We got the strong support right here. Okay, strong support right here. You got, and that's coming off the weekly lows as well. And it's just broken through this trend line on this falling wedge. Price should be going up to around about 65.95. I don't know if I go to let me go to 15-minute time frame. Let's take a look at the swings. I don't know if we've got 20 pips to the downside. I get the retracement, and I think here is a good level that the market can come back to, and that's around about 64.53. But if I go to the last swing low, which is this one right here, there it is. There's the last swing low. We're already showing that price has broken through the 1.618 and now it's become support for it. And that is key. When this happens, the market tends to just go back up north. I'm going to counter your offer and say, let's throw in a buy. Now, because you want to look to sell and I want to look to buy, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get a sort of a ruling from our audience. Let's find out from everyone in the room here. Do we buy or do we sell on this one right here? Let's see if you got. Let's see how much support you've got from this. Let's go, guys. Post in the room right now. We want to get as many guys posting right now. Do we buy or do we sell? Let's go take a look right here. Buy or sell? Buy or sell? Brian says buy. All right. All right. Good. We've got one guy. Damn it. Who else we got? There we. Oh, Hector. Hector's. Are you crazy, Hector? All right. Hector says, let's go ahead and sell. Sell, says Hector. Brian, I like Brian. Brian says buy. I like Brian. There we go. Wolf says go ahead and buy to. Here we go. You got. I mean, everyone. You got to look at shots, right? I mean, on a Friday, that's the way it should be. All right. I agree with the buy. All right. We got a buy right here. All right. So I must admit, you got a couple of supporters here, Cameron. All right. There's a sell right here. All right. So I'm gonna say, let's go buy. Let's go buy.
All right.
And this is going to be the biggest one right here. And I'm going to mark this off, right? Mark this off right here. So Cameron, if you were selling at, by the way, were you convinced about your sell, or have you looked at it and changed your mind on that?
I mean, this is not really a setup that I like to specifically trade when price is consolidating a lot like this. As you can see, we've been consolidating for a while in this area.
Yeah.
But when price does consolidate like this, I just play range bound, and obviously I know that this is a key area of resistance.
Yeah.
And either way, if news comes out next week, I still think price is going to work its way down here because there's a lot of consolidation. You can see a lot of candle wicks. I think it's just a liquidity grab. If price wants to pump up to the upside here, I still believe that we're going to still see a downside move for price to grab some liquidity and then get the pump if that's what you're looking for. So, yeah, I mean, I'm stuck with myself, but we can go ahead and we can see what happens.
Yeah, and I don't mind picking up a 20 pip re-entry on that, right? If it goes down a little low, pick up another entry and then hit up back up north. But I think looking at the Swiss, it's time, man. This thing is just so oversold right now. that it is time for this thing to jack up. And so I think that heading into the weekend come next week, I think we're going to start seeing some further moves to the upside. So I say, hey, let's go ahead and pick up that buy, and let's see what it does for us. Right now, granted, if it picks up a second order, if it picks up the second order, then I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to forfeit as the champion. You are the champion of this week. If that happens and we pick up a second order, all right, it's done. You're the champion. All right, let's go. I'm going to take a look at the US dollar CAD right here. Now, let's just find out from everyone. Would everyone hate me if I if I buy US dollar CAD right here? Because I'll be honest with you. I mean, I know that US dollar CAD is long-term bearish right here, but I still see some room at the top here that I think that I know we had an indecision candle yesterday, but man, am I so bad if I think bullish at this point in time on the US dollar CAD? I mean, listen here, traders. If you follow my trade signals, you know that I am currently at the moment right now. I am in a sell. I'm gonna just double check to see if it hasn't paid out. It can't because it was at 80. What price is it now? 62. Oh snap! It's gonna pay out soon. All right, we're about 3 pips away from cashing out on that order. But I don't know, man. I just don't see the momentum pushing further. Despite of everything I'm seeing right now, I just don't know if the momentum's there. What do
I
you
mean,
think, Cameron?
I'm pretty bearish here on the US dollar CAD. I'm actually holding 4 positions on the US dollar CAD as well, selling, and we're literally sitting at our break even right now.
You know what, Cam?
And I'm still anticipating more push to the downside.
Let's throw it. Let's go sell because I am overall so bearish on the US dollar CAD. And you know what? I don't mind if the market goes up and we pick up another 3 or 4 positions on this.
Yeah,
So let's do it.
and
Let's get
I just
crazy.
want to go and break this down just because we're sitting live trades here for the VIP. I just want to go ahead and break this down.
Absolutely do it.
Um, oops, I clicked
Oop,
it as you
no,
clicked it,
no.
and we did it again. Go ahead, click it.
You go. You go.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so US dollar CAD, we are sitting here. The VIP, we're sitting 4 positions here. Our break even. I still think it's the same 35.62. Yeah, so that's our break even here, and that's where we're now testing our break even, which is the yellow line. And I told our VIP members that we are targeting, I think it was 90 pips here, 4 positions here. I think I might have haven't adjusted it yet, but either way, what I want to explain here is that I'm going to be monitoring this downside move either way, and I'm going to scale this to wherever I see price start losing momentum. Because when I'm anticipating, looking at the 4-hour here, we can see that we're in a downtrend, and we had a strong correction, but price did not take out that previous high. Show some nice rejection candles there, and I'm expecting this next downside swing to take out the slow and hit our area of demand. So if we look at the 1-hour here, so let's go to daily. If we go to the daily here, I'm expecting price to have another push to the downside to retest this area of demand. Now, this is more of a liquidity down here. You can see the demand started right here where we had a nice demand. So we could see price either come back to retest this area or just probably break just below this and test around that area of these lows, right? So I'm anticipating a continuous downside move here, and I'm just going to scale this as I'm monitoring this push. You can see there is a little bit of support right here as well at our break even. If price can just break below this support here, we should see a nice move to the downside. So I'm going to continue to monitor this, and I'm going to be looking to target around 100 net pips, depending on what I'm seeing price doing. So I'm still bearish here on the US dollar CAD, and I'm going to continue to keep an eye on this as it breaks below these lows and continues to push to our target here.
That is awesome. No, I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a good setup. I'm definitely on board on that. I don't believe dollar's going to be strong for too long, and so yep, Cam. So hold on, we've just lost a couple of pips here because we were chatting. So I think we need to jump into this one before we
Yeah.
start losing more ground on this one.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect. All right, perfect. So we're sure that once again, traders, if you follow the Telegram channel, the Telegram channel is in fact going to be posting all of these trades because we want to be completely transparent about what we do. Traders, there's you know the old thing, right? Everyone's a guru, right? But no one's willing to show the proof of the pudding, which means show them what they do, how they do things, and we're a little bit different to that. We're really open to making sure that we're transparent about what we do, how we do things, so that you know that this is the real McCoy, right? What we do is the real McCoy. It's not fake. It's not, anything that we're trying to. And this is all real money. We're not trading demo money. We're trading real money. So we're putting money on the line, and all of the stuff that we're doing right now. We are in fact following through in our own trading accounts, our own managed accounts, our own private accounts. So just know that this is real. All right, let me go ahead and take a look over here. So there's the move right here. So we've gained a little ground on that. So that's moving quite nicely. All right, Cam, what else we got?
The Euro US dollar.
Euro US dollar. I guess that's a buy. I mean, without even looking at it.
Yeah.
Oh snap! Look at that. Yes, I think we need to be long on this one, and I'll tell you why. I've got some evidence here that proves that this is good because here we go, wave one, wave two, then we had an inside wave structure, right? But notice that wave one's 1.618 right here. Then we had an inside structure 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At the 1.27, what happened? The market turned around, took out the wave 4, came back down. After the wave 4 takes out, comes back to test the wave 1 previous 1.618. This is a solid buy right here. Cameron, hit it, maestro. All right. No, actually, let me just put the trade in. All right. So we're going to be long on US dollar, Euro US dollar right here. And it makes sense, right? We bullish already on the bearish on the US dollar CAD. So I guess we got to go bullish on this. All right, so we're long, and we got this beautiful railway track here on not quite a railway track, but big bullish candlestick formation form right here. It's got to be at least going up to that 836 level right there. All right, perfect. Let's go take a look and see what else we got. Now I am going to take a look at gold again. Once again, I'm taking a look at gold here because, come on, gold, stay below this 2020, and I wanted to go back below right here. All right, I know with the dollar falling, this might rally up, and I just don't want that. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, let's go take a look at what else we got, Cam. What do we?
We can do our our last bonus pair here, the Aussie New Zealand.
Aussie, New Zealand. What about? Okay, so let's take a look here. Aussie and New Zealand. So they're both aggressive pairs. If you look over here on they're both leaning on the same side right here. When you look at risk on, risk off. So let me see here. Aussie, New Zealand dollar. Aussie, New Zealand dollar bonus pair. All right, tell me what. Oh man, look at this, Cameron. It's a no-brainer. It's long.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
look at
long.
the daily. Yeah, it's long. I mean, we don't even have to break it down the low time frame. Any pullback is fine. It's fine. If we get any pullback, no problemo. Pullback, we'll get back in more positions, but we go in back up here. Long term, we're heading here to around about 1.0919. So, and it's trading back above this level right here. I think it's a straight up long. Now, have you entered or not?
No.
Okay, good. Let me just take a look here on the lower time frame right there on the 1 hour. Yeah. Oh snap. Okay, so we might get a little bit of a pullback. All
Yeah,
right.
we might get a little bit of a pullback, but I think price is just going to come back and hit that area of imbalance right there on that bearish candle.
Let me show you. Let me show you a screen here because I like students to look and see what you're talking about right here.
Yeah. I think we're going to go ahead and hit this imbalance area as well. Take out this imbalance area. So I think we might see obviously some resistance over these highs, pricing overbought here. So yeah, we might see correction here and then price create a higher low, showing that we're seeing this reversal to the upside. Because I saw that you looked at the daily and you can see that we're seeing here at the
Yeah.
lows here of the support. very oversold. You can see that we're looking for our long-term target here back to area of resistance. So yeah, going to the lower time frame, you can see that, all right, we might be due for some correction. Looking at the 1 hour, you can see a little bit overbought here, area of resistance here. But one thing to keep in mind, though, it is an area of imbalance that price wants to take out before maybe it wants to correct. So either way, price maybe might correct, maybe not. I still like to buy. Still like to buy. I like the move to the upside. And if price does want to correct, I don't mind dollar cost averaging and managing those positions to the downside rather than the upside. Rather play the this impulsive move to resistance.
Yeah, I think so. So this is a good lesson for a lot of students, right? If you're going to be wrong, at least be wrong in the right direction. All right. And so when we talk about right direction, we're really referring to the overall, right? And I get it. Sometimes the market does offer opportunities that look like you're in the right direction, and then it doesn't, right? And then it reverses, and then you have a reversal. So I'm not referring to a reversal. If there's a reversal, fine, but at least be wrong in the right direction, especially if you are a trader that likes to be conservative on their positions. Cameron, let's go ahead and hit it.
Yep.
Aussie New Zealand dollar long. Let's do it.
Aussie New Zealand, I like.
Let's do it. Bonus trade. Yep, we're gonna go long. All right, traders. Okay, that pretty much wraps up the session for today. Don't forget next week, right, is huge, right? We got some data coming out next week, plenty data coming out next week. Also, definitely check out the trio, the Pip Hunter trio. It's in the post, in the Telegram channel post. It's 20% off for this Christmas period. There is only 100 coupons that we've gone ahead and sent out, right? Only 100. Once it's up, even though we're running the special for the whole month, once the 100's up, that's it. It's over, Johnny. So make sure you go ahead and check it out. And traders, come back next week. We got something I want to go ahead and release next week as well that I think is going to be absolutely killer. It's called the Pip Hunter Trendy. All right, Pip Hunter Trendy. What does it mean? It means that you can follow all 28 currency pairs, similar to what we're doing in our Pip Hunter, in the flagship product, in our Pip Hunter hedge product. You're going to be able to follow 28 currency pairs, and it's going to be real exciting. It's going to be a very similar system as we have with the starter membership. So the pricing is going to be fantastic. It's going to be 28 currency pairs. It's going to give you a lot of information about trends. It's going to give you a lot of information about currency strength. It's going to give you information about what pairs we currently are already in. So if you said, well, Big Dog, I don't want to enter on that pair unless it's like 3 or 4 positions in, well, you can do that. We can show you how it can be done too. So let's go ahead and get back next week. We've got a lot to share with you next week. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate you all. We absolutely want to make sure that this month we're going to give back for the Christmas period. We're going to give back to the students. We're going to give some heavy discounts out this week with our new releases. So check it out next week. And so with that being said, it's the FxBigDog and Cameron. Cameron, you're going to tell the guys, make sure they come to your trading room next week, right?
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
All right.
Always come to the trading room next week.
All right. Definitely Monday, first thing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is Cameron's trading room. Make sure you check out his VIP room. Details on our website. Look for the Starter Pro Bundle. All right. Starter Pro Bundle. Check it out on the website. With that being said, traders, have a fantastic weekend. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you next time.